Hello people, welcome to AGM Football Channel Review. I'm here today to talk about Portugal. I'll be talking more about other teams, but the main team I'm going to be talking today is Portugal, not only because I'm from Portugal and it was my country, it was playing yesterday against Germany. So I'm going to get into what I personally thought about the game yesterday. And guys, stay tuned in. If you like, you can press the like button on my channel. I'll be making more videos through all these Euros. So guys, okay, Portugal, yeah. Portugal Germany yesterday. As a Portuguese supporter, as a Portuguese national, the way we played yesterday was a disgrace for the whole country. To be honest with you guys, it was a disgrace, and I will tell you why. Players are to blame, yes, but I don't blame the players as much. I blame the manager, because for me, the manager is the one most to get accountable for this result yesterday. And I'm gonna get into the details, because I will always believe that Fernando Santos never was the right man for this Portugal job. The way Portugal played yesterday, I was fearful before the game started, because I knew if things was gonna go bad, they will go really bad, because we can't defend. This Portugal team that Fernando Santos assembled, guys, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. He assembled this team for the paper. He took players for the sake of taking them, only for the papers and for the pictures. That's what he did. He didn't have no intention of playing those guys, and this has been proven already. Those two games that Portugal played, poor games, two bloody poor games, horrendous. Okay, and when you have Jota, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, the useless Bruno Fernandes, who don't help the team defend, they don't track back, they don't do anything. You know, I know football is meant to be a team game, right? 11. And sometimes yesterday, watching that game for Portugal, when Germany had the ball, it looked like Germany was on a training pitch. What Germany did yesterday with us, it was training, guys. Come on, let's be honest. They trained with us because we didn't press them. Germany had the time to sit on the ball. Germany had the time to look left and right, moving the ball, fast, slow. Germany controlled the tempo from the minute the referee blew that whistle. Germany did control the tempo of the game. They controlled the tempo of the game, and with nothing, guys, nothing. I'm gonna get to the players in a minute, but first I'm gonna talk about Fernando Santos. Fernando Santos is known to be a pragmatic manager, yeah, apparently pragmatic or defensive, whatever you want to call it. But yesterday, the way he set up this Portugal team to play, there wasn't no plan. He didn't have no plan. He just picked the players and he let them on a pitch, and therefore the players he picked, it was going to work. But I know it wasn't going to work, because he just barely worked against Hungary. We had those 3 goals in the last minute, and always said that is not enough. It's not enough. But people in Portugal, we so quickly to forget when things goes right. People forget. People only remember the last 10 minutes of the game, but they didn't remember that the rest parts of the game. I think that everybody, even the team, forget the rest of the game. Don't remember the three goals they score, and they was really poor against Hungary. To be honest with you guys, we were poor, and against Germany, we just got more poor and poor and poor. People just find out this Portugal team don't have any spirit, any fight in them to win this competition again. That's my view. We don't have, because the manager that we have with this mediocre football that he plays, guys, come on. We need to wake up to reality and be honestly, because I wouldn't stand if Fernando Santos didn't have the players. Yeah, we have the players, but he doesn't pick the right personnel to let them play. This Bruno Fernandes, yeah, I'm gonna get to Bruno Fernandes. I know some Manchester United supporters probably don't gonna like what I'm gonna have to say, but Bruno Fernandes for me is not an international level player. He's not. Because when you are at international level, you can be good at a club, you can do wonders at your club. But Bruno Fernandes had more than enough time in this national team since he first appeared. He appeared in this Portugal team on the beginning of 2017. And to be honest with you guys, this guy doesn't do anything to help the Portuguese national team. He doesn't do anything productive for the national team apart from, if you guys watched the game yesterday, you could see apart from lifting his hands and complaining all the time like a baby. Even Grant Souness said, Grant Souness was being pounding on the TV yesterday, and he said he wouldn't last 5 minutes in his dressing room. And damn right. I wouldn't even, if it was me, I wouldn't even pick him to be in a squad. Bruno Fernandes for me don't deserve to be on this Portugal squad. He doesn't deserve it. I want to explain to you guys why. For you guys don't think I'm being rash on him. He doesn't deserve to be in this Portugal team. Since 2017, we 2021 now. How many years is that, fellas? Come on. He done nothing productive to justify his place on this national team. He didn't. That's my view. United supporters can get angry on me, I don't know, but for me, Bruno Fernandes don't deserve to be in this Portugal national team. That's a fact. And if you people go and check his stats for this Portugal national team, they're so poor crap. But because he plays as United, he's a United player, and I thought this was think of the past for the Portuguese national team, but with Fernando Santos taking over again, it brings this kind of narrative again. If you're a player and you play in a big club, this means you have a spot in the team. Come on, guys. We have better players than Bruno Fernandes, who don't even play for United. They play in the Portuguese league. Better midfielders who would put Fernando aside easily. But okay, I will have another day to bash Bruno Fernandes more. Let's go now to Ruben Semedo. To Ruben Semedo now. How was his name? Semedo, yeah. Semedo. Semedo. One of the worst right backs I ever seen play. That guy is one of the poor. And guys, I guarantee you, in Portugal we have better right backs than him. Yeah. And we have one young one on a bench. He's much better than him, Dalot, but it doesn't get the look in. I don't know why. I'm gonna go now to the left defender, Guerreiro. Yeah, the left back, Guerreiro is how can I say? I don't blame Guerreiro. I blame the manager, because our manager knows. For the past 2 years, Guerreiro is a Dortmund player, but he doesn't play anymore a left back for Dortmund. Dortmund using him as a left midfielder, and he plays pretty good at a left midfielder. So when you have an 18 years old talented player who plays for Sporting Lisbon, this kid appeared in the scene. This kid if you guys have a chance, go and watch him. His name is Nuno Mendes, a young talented kid, brilliant kid, can defend, can attack, explosive, when he gets into the right position up front, he can defend, his pace is strong, but he doesn't get the look in. Why? Because Fernando Santos once again sticks the what he knows. But for me that is not fair. So he pick a guy who been playing for 2 years, left midfielder, to play him as left back, right? Because he scored against Hungary. I don't think that wrong from him, but he can't defend. He can't defend. He could defend before because that was his position, but you know, when you've been playing for 2 years in your club level, and people in Portugal will always put him that question: Fernando Santos, why are you playing him as a left back? You know he hasn't been doing that for his club in a long term. But this manager, I don't even want to, because I don't like this manager. Attention, guys. I don't mean I'm saying I don't like him. It's nothing to do as a person. I don't like him as a manager for Portugal. That's it. I don't like him as a manager for Portugal. And I always believe, even when we gave him the job, we had better managers to get that job. But we gave him the job. And going to Bernardo Silva as well. Bernardo Silva, I'm not saying he shouldn't be in a squad, but he doesn't deserve to start for Portugal. Because Bernardo Silva as well, since 2016, after the Euros, he came back to this Portugal team, but I can't see anything that he does productive. He has a game here, a game there, a game here, a game there. That I don't see is the reason him to be a first starter. No, because we have more quality players in that bench who would put Bernardo in a pocket. You know, put like this in a pocket and then zip. But this manager again shows people he goes what he knows. When we look to this Portugal squad, 26 squad, it's a 26 man. When you look to this squad, yeah, we have abundance of talent, yeah. But me, I knew when this manager picked these players, he picked them because if you didn't pick them, the media in Portugal would destroy him. So therefore, he thought, you know, yeah, I'm gonna pick these guys here who had amazing season in Portugal, and then the media gonna leave me alone. So he picked them, but I guarantee you, with no intention of playing any of those guys. That is Fernando Santos for you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm gonna be doing more videos on Portugal, not just on Portugal. I'll be doing videos in other national teams as well, bringing you news from transfers as well, because I'm a Chelsea supporter. I'll be talking a lot about Chelsea as well. I'll be talking about Sporting Lisbon, is my other club that I love so much, because I'm from Portugal. I do support Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. In England, I do support Chelsea. I'm a crazy Chelsea supporter. I've been to the stadiums. I watch the games at Stamford Bridge, and I'll be getting more content on Chelsea as well. I'm just doing content at the moment on Euros because the Euros is going on at the moment. So guys, thank you for watching my video. If you guys like the video that I posted today, you guys can click the like button, and you guys have the rest of a lovely good weekend.